So your favorite subreddits have gone offline, huh? I know, I just like, what are we supposed to do with our lives now?
Oh God, oh man.
Over 3,000 subreddits are going dark to protest Reddit's increase in the cost of third-party apps being able to access the site's data, which has pushed a whole bunch of well-loved apps such as Apollo to shut down indefinitely. Will it succeed? And in my opinion, the answer is a mixture of hell no and kind of. Here's why. I don't think that this strategy of subreddits going offline is going to be that effective. And that's because some of them are only going to go offline for 2 days, which is nothing. I'm sure Reddit can weather through this treacherous storm. And also, if your protest has a set end date, that's not a protest, that's just virtue signaling. Now, there are some that are going offline until Reddit brings back down the API prices, but even with these, I think what's going to happen is that in a couple of days, maybe a week, they'll just come back. They'll say that, we're heavily against this, but we won't do what's best for our users, and that's why we're going to come back. And also, I'm sure as of right now, there are plenty of alternatives that have popped up, and they would either become the new normal, or they will die out, in which case it means that the original one has come back. And I have proof of this phenomenon. Remember that absolutely disastrous train wreck of an interview that took place between Fox News and a moderator of Anti-Work?
I'm a dog walker.
That interview completely destroyed the brand image and public perception of the group, and the moderators took it offline. And immediately we had work reform, and these two began to grow in popularity. But eventually the original Anti-Work came back, and guess what? Now we have 3 different Life Sucks subreddits. So if anything, this blackout could lead to more competition and even more Reddit use. And the moderators of these new subreddits obviously don't give a crap about the third-party apps.
Oh, I don't care.
Here's my last reason. The official Reddit app is already pretty successful. It has 122 million users. And remember that this is an app that is universally hated and is labeled as objectively terrible, and it's like the 9/11 of apps. So this means that the 122 million users either don't know or don't care about the third-party app clients and stuff. And then you have the desktop users who for the most part will remain largely unaffected by these changes. So let's imagine that these third-party app users, let's say 5 million of them, would leave Reddit forever. They won't. Some of them will come back because social media is extremely addictive, and that's not how addiction works. But let's say they all leave forever. That's not from the existing 122 million users. That number is going to stay the same and is going to keep growing at the current rate. And I almost forgot to mention that Reddit has the ability to reactivate subreddits. On the other hand, not all hope is lost, because what if the reason why Reddit charged such absurdly high prices is so that they can eventually, during the blackout, come out and say, after careful consideration, and we have seen how much you don't like it, we have decided to lower the prices to a level that would be within a range of affordability for the third-party apps. And this would be a good strategy because they would still come out looking as the good guy, and they would still make more money. Or they could not lower the prices and just make a commitment to improving their own first-party app for general users and for moderators and for people with special needs. And these two scenarios would be kind of seen as positive things, and the blackouts would come to an end and Reddit still wins. So that's nice. Does this mean that we should just give up? No, because this has some serious ramifications. If Reddit is successful, it will set the precedent that any company can just ban third-party apps from having access to their data, and now you'll be forced to use their own first-party ones. And the lack of competition is going to lead to lower quality apps, there'll be less privacy, and the whole thing would be just a giant mess. And all of that's going to amount to a couple of companies having an even greater stranglehold over the digital landscape, and that's obviously bad. So for those of us who are just mere consumers of Reddit and can't take any subreddits offline, the best thing that we can do is to simply avoid using the platform until you have some kind of resolution. And I guess hear about the resolution on another platform that's not Reddit. We gotta redirect all the time that we waste on Reddit to another soul-sucking, addictive, covert NSA program like Facebook. So let's all hold hands and cross our fingers and hope this thing goes well. Make sure you subscribe because I'll be covering this entire thing from top to bottom and be posting about any kind of new developments. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.